Hi there, travelers and couch travelers. Today we're gonna explore the beautiful historical city of Ghent, here in Belgium. Me and Caro are back in the homeland, ready for some more adventures and some more exploring. So today we're gonna see some beautiful medieval buildings, explore the historical aspect of this beautiful city, its people, its culture. Well, anyway, stay tuned for the video. But first, some coffee. So the place where Ghent is situated, the area where it is situated, has been inhabited by the Celts already since the Celts, and it's situated where the river Lea and Schelde flow together. The name of Ghent comes from the word Ganda, which is a Celtic word which means river mouth or mouth of the river. So yeah, ancient place, man. People have been living here for a real long time. And it's logical, you know, like where the water goes, people are, I guess. So from the early 7th century on, Ghent had two big monasteries. So like that's 600 or something. These were destroyed between 850 and 881. So a long time ago. And then from the 11th century, the early 11th century, the year 1000, let's say, on, Ghent was one of the biggest cities of Western Europe, and in the 13th century it had in between 50 and 60,000 inhabitants. So yeah, it housed a lot of people, man, especially back in that day. So the fact that Ghent is ancient is not always only visible in the big buildings or the castle or anything like that, but sometimes when you look down, you can also see the historical aspect of Ghent just in like the cobbled streets. So we're now at one of the most beautiful places in Ghent, the Korenmarkt, which houses a lot of historical buildings, churches, and our first big, huge, medieval, old, insanely cool building is here, the St. Nicholas Church. So at the very start of the 12th century, there was like a Roman church here, and then there was another church that burned down, and then since the early 14th century, this church was built piece by piece. It's 76 meters high, and like the tower is a special one because there's like 4 different little towers, which is really cool. And then you see this church and you turn to your right and you have another insane church, which we'll explore later. Have an insane building there, an insane building there, and Ghent is just full of these crazy, beautiful buildings. So yeah, let's explore a little bit more. So the second church I showed you, I'm gonna try to, you have it right here, this thing here, but then if you turn to your right again, bam, other huge fucking church. Just how intricately it is built, man. So crazy and so beautiful. And here we are at the second church I showed you. Bam! And we're back in the Middle Ages. So this huge thing I just showed you is the Belfort, or the Belfry. Built in 1313, one of the oldest buildings in Ghent. Yeah, which you can probably see. You can see like the old stone. Try to give you guys a closer look. The stones and the little gates, or I don't know what it is, man, but it's really cool. Again, it's so beautiful, man. So you see the house with it's slightly more yellow stone, just like all the way on the left. It has like these metal things up against the wall, which I think are really cool and make it look old and medieval. Alright, now we have this here. We'll explore the third church a little bit later on, but Now we have this here. Look at all those windows, man. How cool they are. So this is City Hall. So this was built in the end of the 16th century. So part of it was built in 1516, but it was completed, not completed, but built further in the 16th century, end of the 16th century, and then in the 18th century, so 1700 something, it was completely completed, like just like it is now. All these streets, man, are just so beautiful. So many historical buildings really retained its ancient beauty. So how do you call all this work, like the statues? Is that masonry work? I don't know, but look at how intricately it is made. Alright, so I'm not staying here in Ghent, I'm just here for the day, but I did a quick Airbnb search, and you can find rooms here in between 50 and 80 euros, like of course for more too, but like there's rooms here for about 50 euros, which I think is really cheap actually, but especially here in Belgium, you know. But yeah, definitely worth it to visit the city for like a few days, to like maybe 5 to 7 days even. You can definitely find stuff to do here. This is gonna be a video with a lot of buildings, but they're really cool though. One video is not enough to film Ghent's buildings, but well, I'll definitely try to give some other info about Ghent too. But yeah, the main thing is its medieval feel, in my opinion. It's a cathedral, built on the ruins of another Roman church, the St. John's Church from the 12th century. This was built in the 16th century, early 16th century, I think. Only the crypt of the Roman church is still existent, where there's a lot of like art and artifacts. So one of the things you can see here is the adoration of the mystic lamp painted by Hubert and Jan van Eyck, which is supposed to be world famous, and was painted in 1432. So we'll try and go and take a look inside. Look at how crazy this is. And the roof, man. I love how you can see the stone tower against the red stones of the inside of the church. And just a huge organ all the way up there. Oh man. Only imagine it being played back in the day. That's crazy. So to go and see the work of Jan van Eyck, it was 12.5 euros or like $13-14 a person, just for like a 20-minute visit just to see it. So we didn't do it, but you know you can if you come here. Also, just a quick mention, if you like what I do, I travel around to places, try to do budget traveling, and also explore the historical and cultural aspect of the places I visit. Please like the video, subscribe, whatever, man, you know. But okay, let's go and explore some more. This does look way older than the same Bavo Cathedral. Wow. It's like Harry Potter, man. I don't know. It really reminds me of Harry Potter. Someone playing organ. Plus this door is really cool. Here they're doing some reconstruction work, I think. Also pretty cool. Actually looks even older, you know. I like that wall paint over there. It's just, I don't know. Looks really cool. So over there you see the old castle Gravensteen. And then across the street you have this old church. It looks so cool, man. Again, really is like a time machine. Little window with the bars in the front. All the windows with the bars in the front. It's a cool building, man. So we just went into a supermarket, got some snacks, just to keep it cheap, you know. We might eat something later on, but we're definitely gonna taste a Belgian beer I haven't tasted. So stay tuned for some more history and some Belgian beer. See you in a bit. Alright guys, so in the comments rate this city picnic spot on a scale of 10.
I think the dog agrees.
He did. There in the distance you have the 3 big church towers. It's just so crazy to see how magnificent and huge and beautiful this medieval world and rich this medieval city must have been, man. So this here is the St. Michael's Church. It's a late Gothic church. There was first a chapel here in the year 1105, but then in the 14th century or in the 15th century, I think in the 15th century, they started the building of it. I think 14 something, early 1400s. They started the building of the original church, which was only completed in the 19th century, 1800 something, like really completed. Probably it was done for a bit, but you see this tower is not completely. I think they were planning on building it higher up. I don't know. Let's take a quick look inside.
Het toezicht ook dat Marsland is. Je overziet alles goed, prachtig.
Pretty cool. Same kind of roof as the previous church. Like the cross, the bows in the roof are really beautiful. And the roof is also made out of the same red clay bricks as the walls. And I think that's really beautiful. The windows are really cool. The big yew tree next to the church. I don't know if it's a thing, but I think you see a lot of yew trees next to churches. I'm not sure. Anyways, the yew tree is one of the most poisonous trees especially the seeds of the berries. Like 3 seeds can really can kill you. And then the needles, you have to eat like 40 or 50 grams or something, I don't know, that could also kill you. But the flesh of the berries is edible, extremely healthy, but you just have to make sure to always never ever swallow the pit. So really be sure of that, because you'll get sick if you only swallow one, and you can die if you swallow more. But they're very tasty, very healthy, the flesh I mean. So yeah, see for yourself if you want to eat them. Let me know, what do you guys think of Ghent? You ever been here? Have you ever been to a similar city? Yeah, let me know. So that gray building over there that you see with the Manhattan's Burgers is one of the oldest buildings of Ghent. Yeah, you can see it's like really beautiful, like really old. I've been standing there for such a long time. Like every time I come on a place like this, I start imagining like everything like in the past like 900 or 1,000 years that happened here when this building was just standing there, and I imagine it like fast forwarding in front of my eyes. You know, I don't know what I'm imagining, but it must be so cool to have some kind of true glimpse, like a true image of the Middle Ages. It must be so awesome. I think there's some paintings that are like the earliest realist paintings. I'm not sure, it might be 16 or 1700. Yeah, you can look those up, and that gives like kind of a good glimpse into old times. But the Middle Ages didn't really have realist paintings yet. So yeah, there's not really a way to truly take a look at what those times really look like, you know, and just being here gives us general sense of time traveling back then, you know, back to that period, I mean. Alright, so now we're near the Gravensteen, an old medieval castle which you're about to see right now. So cool, man. Can you see the little things over the windows there, like the wooden? They're really cool. I think like rivers next to houses, it's always really nice to see like the river touching the sides of the houses. I don't know why I like that. It's just, I like it. It's like here. These old castles, man, they really hit like a special spot. Alright, there's a better city center camping spot, and it's right here. Right next to the medieval castle. There's a little bit of grass, almost nobody here. It's one of the biggest cities in Belgium, man. Look, it's in the city center. You have this crazy spot, this beautiful spot. And there's almost nobody sitting here. You also definitely saw the boats pass by in this video. If you want to do one of these boat trips, if you're into that, it's about €9 a person, 6 for a kid. Alright, now for some Belgian beer tasting. We're in the smallest cafe, the smallest pub here in Ghent, called Café Het Gravensteen in Dutch. Here is the menu. I might go for the Gentse triple.
I was thinking the same.
You're thinking the same?
Yeah.
Or I go for the Golden Draak, which means golden dragon. But it's 10.5%, which is, yeah, that's spicy. So you can see definitely the smallest pub. So here we have them. I have a golden draak,
Which means golden dragon.
which means golden dragon, and you have a
Ghent
Ghent
triple.
triple.
Ghent triple.
Both of them are €5.20, which is about, let's say, $5.50 or something. I don't know, $5.60. This one is a heavy, I think, brown beer. It
Looks
seems.
very strong.
Yeah, it's 10%. Caro's one is 8%.
Golden
What do you
cent.
think of it? Taste it.
I like it.
Can I taste
I
yours?
like triples.
I like triples too. It really is like
Glass-
a
glass
real
sandwich.
Belgian beer, man. You know,
No,
nothing beats it, man.
A little bit less my taste, but
Yeah,
it's
I
fine.
understand. I didn't know it was gonna be a brown one. I do like a brown one once in a while, but. I do like it.
I like
the
it, yeah.
glass. So this place started out as like a little fish market, a fish shop. And then afterwards, in 1776, I think in the Middle Ages, it started as a fish shop, and then in 1776, it became herberg, which is an inn.
An inn?
An inn where you can drink, and a cafe, and it's been a cafe ever since. So over 240 years, almost 250 years, it's been a cafe.
Pretty crazy.
So yeah, cool place, man. So is Ghent the most beautiful city of Belgium? Well, I think the architecture is so beautiful and so well preserved, and the general vibe is awesome. We had multiple random conversations with random people during the day, and you don't always have that in the big cities. So yeah, what do you guys think? I for sure think it's definitely one of the most beautiful cities of Belgium. But we're gonna explore some more cities in upcoming videos, so stay tuned. Keep on watching, like the video, subscribe to the channel, and see you in our next vlog somewhere else in our beautiful world.